literature review of the dimensions of wine region equity and their impact on consumer preference. The introduction presents a possibility of preference in wine with relation to specific origins. Verlig and Steenkamp in 1999 demonstrated that consumers ask about origin before purchase to determine quality of the wine. Thien said that origin plays a role in marketing, but von Alphenstein, on the other hand, said that there are other factors besides wine quality at play. Woodruff proposed that the influence of social impacts are also related to preference. The purpose of the study was to identify dimensions of wine equity in terms of benefits sought by consumers in wine. 3 hypotheses were tested in this study. The first hypothesis was that preference for wine origins differs significantly with respect to the benefits sought by consumers, as quality, prices, social, emotional, environmental, and human value. The second hypothesis was that consumer lifestyle segments differ significantly with respect to benefits sought in wines. The third hypothesis was that preference for wine from different origins differs significantly between consumer segments defined by lifestyle. The participants in the study were adult consumers in the United States of America. Consumers completed questionnaires for major wine production areas. The study included 313 completed questionnaires. These questionnaires measured wine origin preference, benefits sought in wine, lifestyles, demographics, and behavioral variables. Participants registered online and filled out the questionnaire online. Other materials used were an extended version of the Prevail scale for measuring wine benefits and a lifestyle survey. A hierarchical, stepwise multiple regression analysis was used to test hypothesis 1. A linear model was used for variable entry. Results of the test offer support for hypothesis 1 and provide information on consumer preference for selected wine origin. Hypothesis 2 and hypothesis 3, a cluster analysis was conducted. Clusters were formed based on responding of the lifestyle activities indicated by the survey. A quick cluster analysis was used to divide the remaining sample into 2 groups by the use of a computer with low intra-group variance and high between-group variance. This table from the article represents significant differences between wine preference, specific regions, and benefits sought when purchasing wine. For hypothesis 2, 8 clusters with 23 leisure actions was identified. A MANOVA test tested overall lifestyle activity clusters preferred. An ANOVA test tested lifestyle activities clusters differed. The Sheffie's test demonstrated pairwise differences, which identified significance amongst clusters. These findings supported the hypothesis 2 that lifestyle consumer groups differed with respect to wine region preference. Hypothesis 3 used the same statistical testing as hypothesis 2. The results showed that p-values did not indicate the significant difference amongst all the origins used in the study. There was no difference amongst lifestyle segments and origin preference, therefore the hypothesis 3 was rejected. Strengths identified of the study include that post hoc tests were used to identify correlations between and across groups. There was also a lot of statistical testing used and represented to demonstrate correlations between many different variables. Statistical programs were also used to provide random groups after clusters were established. Weaknesses of the study include lack of replicability due to the regression model used for statistical testing. Another limitation and weakness of the study was the sample was from major wine production areas, which doesn't overall represent the total population of wine consumption areas in the United States. There's also lacking demographics on SES and race in the sample. Another huge weakness of the study was that all measurements were based on self-report. The self-report also came from environments and conditions that were not controlled for when individuals completed the questionnaires. There's also the small scale of the survey, which depicted lifestyle preferences. I included the lifestyle survey used in the study due to the ambiguity and small variance in lifestyle activities represented on the actual survey. I do not feel like this was an actual portrayal of a large population lifestyle preferences. Overall, this study provides further information for branding and marketing of wine and could lead to future study on other alcohol and other consumable products. Future research could examine a possible role of culture on brand preference based on the relationships established in this particular article. This article also provides research avenues for future relationships between lifestyle and wine preferences, which could use different lifestyle methods for measurement.